Okay, the topic of this video today is probably one that, I don't think a lot of people cover. And one of the reasons that I'm making this topic is because it's something that I go through a lot. And I'm going through it right on this video, by the way. Like my disc came right back out. I don't know, I haven't got the diagnosis for it yet, but it's suspected that's a herniated disc and a torn rhomboids. It's really bad. And going through this and other different very difficult pains that I have is the subject of this video. It absolutely has to do with Jesus Christ, it has to do with God, it has to do with all that stuff. It has to do with mental health and suffering with chronic pain, chronic acute pain, of which I do suffer with on a chronic basis. I'll just say very quickly, I have over a dozen different pain disorders, 4 pain suicide diseases. There's just so many different things. Acute abdominal disorders, like multiple of them. And so this topic is something I'm surprised that I haven't covered before. And I don't like in every video saying this is what I suffer with. I'm not going to go over the list. You're going to have to look through my videos to figure out what those are. But they're serious, they're very severe, and they hurt a lot. I also have autism too. I have PTSD, CPTSD, and only of late have I, been willing to say that it's CPTSD because of a lot of different traumas that I went through in my life. But I got better through Jesus Christ, through being saved, and I can't say enough about that, about what it did for me, about the things that, let's just put it this way, no matter what you've been through in your life, no matter what you've been through, I don't care what it is that you've been through. I've seen a lot of stuff in my life, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. And if it wasn't for God, if it wasn't for Yahweh, Elohim, Yeshua, if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't have recognized that I could put a lot of this stuff behind me. And what I mean is, no, I don't forget things. You'll never forget them, but God can heal them. Making this video at this very second is incredibly tough. Why? Not because of any mental or autism or any of those things. It's because my disc is pushed out and it's like almost 10 on 10 pain, which made me recognize something, a video I haven't made yet, which all the memories you go through, all the bad things, whatever it is, if you were beaten as a child, if it doesn't matter what it is, if you were tortured, if you had a bad trip, if you had, all those different things, those things, I believe, things with like schizophrenia, I don't know about things like bipolar, but there's certain, there are certain, I think a lot of mental illnesses have a lot of demons in them. And I think God can be the answer. I'm not saying that these disorders are fully demons. That's not what I'm saying. But if you look back at my videos, you'll see schizophrenia deliverance. Go look at that. That guy was, I still haven't got at the crux of what I want to talk about, which is irritability, agitation with pain, abdominal, it doesn't matter, whatever part it is on your body that's affecting you mentally. and your walk with Christ and dealing with other people. This is something that hits very deep with me. And I don't share this, but it's a worthwhile lesson. So what I was saying, there's a lot of mental health conditions that if you don't have true faith in God and you don't have the Holy Spirit come upon you, right? God knows who are his. Then you'll never know what demons truly do lie in you, right? I don't believe schizophrenia is just a spiritual thing. I don't think it's just demons. These things are brain disorders, right? And I'll never put down people and say, hey, listen, you're just suffering with demons. No. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is a lot of these things do. Sorry, I got a page. Just give me a second. This is a worthwhile topic. It's a worthwhile topic. And one of the reasons I have this channel up in the first place, and why I have a different channel, I stopped making videos lately, but about pain is to talk about these types of things. One of the hardest things, and I'm not at my point yet, is memories, right? Of which I was saying, it doesn't matter what happened to you. If you put God in your life, God can help you with those memories. And you're supposed to look forward instead of looking backwards. That's the whole point. So what do you do? And today's a perfect example. What do you do if, so I will name some of my things because I have to. What if you have a pain suicide disease? What if you have CRPS or full body CRPS? What if you have adhesive arachnoiditis in your legs, which is the most painful disease on earth? What if you have difficulty speaking? What if you have so much abdominal pain at the same time? When you deal with people, number one, you're going to have a difficult time speaking, not all the time. That's going to cause you some irritability, right? You're going to feel very frustrated. When I'm in the amount of pain I'm in my disc right now, my concentration goes down. I feel irritable. I feel agitated, and I'd rather make this video when I'm not like this, but I don't like to be quite honest, like I still hang around people sometimes, but not for long periods of time. Like, I go on walks and this type of stuff, but like why don't I have a girlfriend? Why don't I have this and that? Like, these are things that I did used to have. I just couldn't bring myself to be around. Let's just say someone said, well, I don't care, I don't care. Let's just, I'll tolerate whatever it is. Well, I don't think so, because I wouldn't want to bring out any of that stuff on other people. It's very tough with your walk with Christ with this. It is. I'll tell you why, because what if you're dealing with a kidney stone? What if you're having a gallbladder attack? Let's say, I'll give you an example. Say Amazon screws up an order, right? Which they seem to screw quite a bit up. They deal with a lot of stuff. I call them and I say, hey, well, isn't there a money back guarantee if you don't deliver? Like, this package was opened already when I got it, and the person I'm dealing with on the other end is from another country, and I can barely understand them. I may get quite irritable. There are certainly times where I don't swear at people. I don't do that. Being born again by God has put, like, if I do something wrong, if I'm irritable at someone, the Holy Spirit sends an immediate correction on me. It's like a lightning bolt from heaven. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. How do you deal with this? If you get to these points, I certainly have times where I I feel, normal. Like I feel like I can deal with my pain and stuff like that. And as long as my pain is taken care of, then I'm not irritable and agitated and stuff. And it's mostly my abdomen that does that. But it affects your walk with Christ. There is no doubt. How would you feel if, let's just say, you as a person who doesn't suffer with any conditions, suddenly we're just completely agitated, and it's very, very tough. I have to pace again. There are times when that happens. Like, say, I'll go over to my dad's, and sometimes by the time I get over there, it's like I have this certain disorder called the splenic flexure syndrome. So it's like my colon goes up, and by the time I get over there, it's like run up into my rib. I have difficulty speaking, and the worse this gets, it just makes this even worse. And it can seem like it can make me very agitated. And sometimes I'll get in an argument, and I'll walk away. And when I walk away, more times than not, I go back and say, hey, listen, I'm sorry, this is what I was going through. That's what you can do. I deal with a lot of mental stuff, but it's mostly associated with pain. That's what I've learned anyways. And it's very difficult to go through this. Like certain times that I just won't answer the phone because I'm worried that it might turn out that way. So I think the only thing you can do is keep thinking in your mind that it's not your fault, but you in the end have the control to tell the person what you're going through. And the number one thing is, like, if you have to be around them, then you're going to have to figure something out. Tell the person what you're going through. Tell them you need your space or whatever. Put on headphones, do whatever it is. Because at one time I was stuck around my family, and like I couldn't control my own environment and stuff like that, and I was very sick, and I hated it, and I couldn't escape because I stand up. I have adhesive arachnoiditis. I stand up all day except for at the end of my night, give myself a few hours to sit down while I'm eating, so I distract myself. I think God understands what it is you're going through. I don't think God does know what it is. And it doesn't matter. Like, these mental things I'm going through is no different than something mental itself, because that's what it's creating. And I'm sure it's a mix of both, because I also suffer with associated disorders with autism. Like I have something called cyclical disorder. It's almost like bipolar, but not out of control like bipolar. And like my thoughts can really race. God knows. And for me, I don't think the answer is not to be around people, because you don't want to isolate yourself either. I talk to God a lot after these episodes, like God, I didn't mean that, like I didn't mean to do this, I didn't mean to do that. And when you truly believe in God and you are born again, you turn into a different person. And I'm trying to make this video in so much pain. I'm trying to ice my back here. Like, this is really agitating me. But write down in the comments below, what are the things you do? What can you do? You isolate yourself. You ask God to help you in that moment. You get away from the situations that aren't good for you. And you know what? I'd really beat myself up, okay? I did that for a long time, saying, you know, everyone else has a girlfriend or a boyfriend or whatever, but I don't have a girlfriend. I remember what it's like to have a girlfriend, and I miss that type of stuff. But hey, you know, I accept certain things. You just have to accept certain things in life. Just keep talking to God about those issues. It's not nice. And I still do my best not to. I don't swear at people for the most part. It's not to say I still haven't since I've been born again. There are times when I've sworn, but I don't like totally curse someone out or anything like that. But I'll tell you, it takes a lot of self-control to learn when not to do certain things and to act certain ways. And that's the whole walk, right? That's this whole walk. You're supposed to become Christ-like. Like, look, Jesus Christ was praying for his enemies while he was on the cross. They were saying, let him take himself down, right? He could do miracles. Why can't he do it now? Father, they know not what they do. You know, when I'm the reason I don't make videos at certain times of the day is because I have a very I can either get kidney stones, gallbladder attacks, splenic flexure syndrome, and I have a lot of adhesions on my abdomen too. So it's very hard to stay still. And while I'm staying still here, I become pretty irritated, and then I start to become agitated, and it becomes very tough. So moving is really good for me. So you get my point, right? Take what you will from this. I think I've learned from making, I've hidden most of my videos on another channel that I use for pain. I probably said too much on there, so I've made 2,500 or more, maybe even 3,000 videos, and I've learned how to just not care on video almost, but it does matter to me. The best remedy for all of this is Jesus Christ, right? I've been in a lot of heated arguments, irritability, all because of my physical pain, because of what my physical pain does. So anyways, take what you will from this, and I need your prayers again. I'm going to ice my back now.